Good morning from Magic Kingdom. Today I am participating in a character challenge where I'm going to go around Walt Disney World and I'm going to try to meet 40 characters in a single day. I did this challenge back in 2019 and I'm going to try it again. Follow along and wish me luck. I'm starting at Magic Kingdom and then I'm going to be hopping over to Epcot and I'm going to be ending the day at Hollywood Studios. However, that is a bit of a risk because the Hollywood Studios characters go to sleep earlier than, say, the Magic Kingdom characters, but there's just too many of them here to pass up starting here first. So my goal here this morning is to try to get all of the characters that I'm not going to be able to meet anywhere else. Yes, I picked the right line. I had no idea that they did this, but all 4 princesses come out to say good morning before the meets start. Very cool. The first character we met was Elena of Avalor, followed by Cinderella. We asked each of them if there was a pose that was unique to them, and we continued with Rapunzel and then Tiana. One snag that I'm running into this morning is that a lot of the characters actually don't start meeting until 10. Mirabelle is the only one out right now that I haven't met, and her line is like an hour. So I'm gonna go to Frontierland and see if I can meet some country bears. We were able to meet Liverlips right before he had to go to rehearsal, but unfortunately the other country bears were gone by then, so we'll have to come back for them later. Right now I am waiting for Captain Jack Sparrow. He starts his meets in about 5 minutes, and then I'm hoping to get into Aladdin and Jasmine's line. Their line starts at 10:10. He was a few minutes late, but we got it. Next, we met Aladdin and Jasmine, and then we wanted to go check on Mirabelle's line, but the line was insanely long. I honestly don't know if we're going to get to meet her today because her line just keeps getting longer and longer. It's currently, I don't know, I would say a 2-hour wait. Now we are inside Pete's Silly Sideshow? Pete's Silly Side... What is it? Pete's Silly Slideshow.
Sideshow. It's right there.
Sideshow? Okay. Sideshow. Here you can meet Donald, Goofy, Daisy, Minnie. So we're going to be able to knock out 4 characters. There is a bit of a line, but I think for 4 characters, it's worth it. We got to meet Goofy for number 9 and Donald for number 10. Donald says he is number 1 always, though. Unfortunately, when we were in line to meet Donald and Goofy, Minnie and Daisy's line doubled, and so it's about 45 minutes. And for 2 characters that we could potentially meet at other parks, we're gonna skip for now. That could be it is a calculated risk. Hopefully it's not our downfall. We are officially 1/4 done with the challenge. We are now in line to meet Ariel. We met Ariel, she was wonderful, but this was the longest that we had waited for a character at about 40 minutes. And then we met Big Al in Frontierland and we didn't wait at all. So then that kind of made up for Ariel. After that, we went over and met Merida, and then we got in line for the stepsisters. And when we told them thank you, they said, "Your pleasure." We are 3 hours in and we have 15 characters down. So I'm feeling okay, but not great. Then we made it to Tomorrowland and met Stitch on stage. I had no idea that Chip and Dale met in space outfits over in Tomorrowland. It was Chip's idea to pose like robots, so that's what we did. And then we went and met Snow White. Now at this point it was about 12:55 and then Mulan came out. We told her about the challenge and she was our 20th character. Okay, I am heading out of Magic Kingdom right now. We did get to the halfway point, so that feels good. We're gonna head to Epcot now and see how many we can grab there. We have just arrived at Epcot. We are hoping to meet at least 10 characters here because we're not doing any repeats. A ton of the princesses go away for the day very soon, so we're gonna try to head back towards the Canadian, France, UK pavilions. Okay, so the last hour has been kind of a waste. We haven't really met anyone. Aurora was like 10 minutes late, but it's the only time we can meet her, so we're in line. After we grabbed our picture with Aurora, we saw Daisy over at International Gateway, so we got a picture with her quick, followed by Belle. We are 23 down, and I am losing a little bit of hope right now. We are headed to Figment, and hopefully we can meet Joy, and then our total will be 25. We We are currently in line to meet Joy, but we have some bad news. The Figment line is 90 minutes right now, and as much as we want to see him, it's just not possible. We told Joy all about our character challenge, and she really honestly pumped us back up, and then we grabbed a picture with her. Then we had to go all the way back to the UK to get a picture with Alice. This was her last meet and greet of the night. And then we had to go back to the front to get a picture with Pooh. And then we met Minnie and Mickey in their new 100th anniversary costumes. Is it 5 o'clock? Epcot is killing us. It's about 4:40 and we just met our 28th character. We're out of characters to meet here except for Elsa, Anna, and Pluto. Possibly Pluto, but I think he's done. Then we're gonna hop to Hollywood, and I don't think there's enough there. Pluto's meet and greet was officially done, but the cast member said we could grab a quick picture as he left. Then it was time to head to the Norway Pavilion to meet Anna and Elsa. At this point, we had walked around 22,000 steps, and our feet and our legs were really starting to hurt, especially from just standing in so many lines. It's hard to accurately describe the pain that we were both going through at this point. Anna was our 30th character and Elsa was our 31st character, so we were feeling good about that. The time has come to hop to Hollywood Studios to grab our remaining 9 characters. I'm not hopeful that there are 9 left to meet, but we're gonna try. The ride over was a great chance to sit down, but honestly it was actually a killer because we stiffened up so much because we hadn't stopped moving all day, and we were in a lot of pain at this point, more than before. We just got our very own Skyliner, and the first thing that we wanted to do was take off our shoes. We headed to Toy Story Land because Buzz was about to start his final meet and greet set of the night. I don't want to go into it, but I encountered the rudest cast member that I had probably ever encountered here in his line. I could have been tired and standoffish too, I'm not sure, but she was incredibly rude, but we did get a picture with Buzz. So moving on. We headed to the launch bay where we first met BB-8, followed by Darth Vader, he's scary, and then finally we met Chewie. We were now at a total of 35 characters, so we headed to Galaxy's Edge to see if we could find a few more. We knew that Rey, Vi, Chewie, and some stormtroopers were nearby, although we couldn't count Chewie again, and we found them. We chatted with them for a little bit and told them about the challenge, and then we each posed and got a picture with them. So now we needed to find the stormtroopers, and we could only count one of them if we found them. We were told by cast members that they could be found roaming around on patrol, and finally we caught them, but they were not easy to get a picture with, you guys. You had to be aggressive. Whew. Those stormtroopers were so hard to get to stop because they're roaming characters, so they don't stop and like pose with you most of the time, so it's very hard. We've met everyone that we can at all of the parks. Everybody is in bed now. So desperate times call for desperate measures. My sister got on the My Disney Experience app and she was able to grab us a dining reservation at Artist Point at Wilderness Lodge. Storybook dining allows you to meet 4 characters, 3 of them which we had not yet met. We weren't going to be able to count Snow White since we had already met her earlier in the day at Magic Kingdom, but we were going to be able to count Grumpy, Dopey, and the Evil Queen, which was going to bring our total up to 40 characters in one day. 38, 39, and the Evil Queen was number 40. We started celebrating and she was not happy. Hey guys, it is one day later after the challenge. We definitely slept in today and we are very sore.
Very sore.
I rewatched the challenge on our Instagram, and it was just funny because it looked so much easier than it was. It was pretty grueling.
Yes, this is definitely not a challenge for kids.
Even our kids who are 10, 11, 12, there's no way. They'd be done after like 5, even if there was a prize at the end.
So this is definitely for an adult challenge only.
I was thinking about like Did we make a mistake somewhere along the way to have to go to Artist Point? Because that is not a cheap dining. I think it cost us, like with tip, like $80 a piece or something like that. So
I will say, we did not eat all day. That is something that, you
there's no time.
there's no time.
Because it's like eat or meet a character, and like they're just you have to.
Yeah, if you pick and choose. So I do think that even though it was expensive, it was the right choice for us. And we even brought
We had snacks, yeah.
But
there was
snacks
one
can only go so far.
Yeah, there was one point in the day, I think it was in the Bell line, so it was probably, I think her line met at 3 o'clock. Andrea really started to go downhill fast.
Yep.
You'd struggle anyway with
with heat and
Yeah.
stuff. So that was just an unpreparedness on my part. So
didn't have like liquid IV.
Yeah.
However, there was a Disney angel in line.
that the same thing happened to her, and she gave me a pack of liquid IV. So
And if
thank you if you're watching this.
that stuff really brought her back to life really quick. I mean, I was like, do we need to call it? Like, do we? Like, obviously, like our health, your health, my health, it's not worth meeting.
challenge,
A challenge. And it was like minutes, and she was back in action. She's like, let's do this. I did just want to talk briefly about, I had mentioned that there was a rude cast member in the Buzz Lightyear line. Again, at this point, Buzz was probably he was in the 30s for sure, 32, I think, ish. And he was the first one we met at Hollywood. And I probably was like tired and not like, oh, I'm so excited. I was in line and whatever. And when it came up to us, I told the cast member, the attendant, I said, we don't have PhotoPass. Because I didn't want her to be taking a bunch of pictures if we weren't going to use them. I said, we don't have PhotoPass. Could you take it on my phone? And I handed it to her. And she was, what did she say? I don't want to get this wrong. Oh, I guess I just didn't hear you ask. Or something like that.
Something like that. And we're like, okay.
And I'm like,
well,
when did I have asked you? It's our turn now.
We're not gonna cut a bunch of people. And you asked when like the family in front of us was taking a picture.
Yes,
So
I did.
it wasn't like we were holding up the line or anything.
No,
Like,
no. Yeah, so
someone just wanted to go home.
I guess when I said I met the rudest cast member ever, maybe
You're
not
the rudest.
In the moment, I was like, but I guess
But
she probably had a long day too.
Like we were so tired. Probably a little bit dehydrated too.
Yeah, a lot dehydrated, absolutely. But fun challenge. I personally don't know that I could say that we made any mistakes, because skipping Daisy and Minnie ended up being a good thing, because Daisy we waited no time for at International Gateway, and Minnie we met anyway with Mickey Mouse. If I were to do this challenge again, not anytime soon, but if I were to do it again, I
mean, maybe start at a different park. We could always try that.
because the ones that we did first, the four in the Fairy Tale Hall, are they at Magic Kingdom until the end?
I believe so.
And Mickey, so you could save those ones, but you give up so much by not starting at Magic Kingdom, because Stepsisters are gone at night.
Jack Sparrow.
I mean, basically everyone is gone at night.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't know I don't know what we would have done different, and I don't know I could say that we really made any mistakes.
I think everything was a calculated risk.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do this challenge. So
Yeah, but if you do it, please tag us, let us know, and stay tuned for the next challenge, because boy, we've got one. We were going to do it today, and
we needed a day. So.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I was like, Andrea, I don't think I can do the challenge that we have planned for tomorrow, and thankfully she was like, good, because you'd be doing it by yourself. So we were on the same page. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next challenge.